Hi everybody, we're here to share with you a fun, easy fermented food recipe that you can do at home right now.
All right, we got Denis, Manzer. My name is Malcolm. We're here at the Light Cellar Elixir Bar, just hanging out. I want to share a quick little recipe with you. We're going to do fermented garlic in honey. We also got the Calgary Fermentation Festival coming up October 13th, so another recipe to get ready, because that's going to be a festival here in Calgary that you guys can come to and taste all kinds of ferments. Lights will be set up. There's over 15 different presenters that day you can choose from, all the way from diving deep into the microbiome to the how-tos, how to ferment your food, how to ferment your drinks, and we're getting excited.
Practical recipes just like this, you know, we really want you to be able to go home after the festival and be able to start fermenting right away.
Now, who's ever fermented garlic before? I've done it as a probiotic brine, like a pickle, where you take the garlic, you put it into salt water, ferments itself. There's also, I brought out one of those over beside you there, Denis.
The black garlic.
Black garlic.
Yeah,
so,
we're pretty excited to be bringing, we've got Cheryl, the maker of this black garlic, is coming to the Ferment Fest too, to kind of give us a little idea of how this is created. But the black garlic is phenomenal. Hey, Malcolm?
Oh, it's unbelievable. And
it caramelizes.
It's got this rich, like molassesy, sweet, savory, umami-like flavor. Unbelievable. And this, what we're going to show you today, is another version, another variation of how you can ferment. All right, we got hello from Rosa.
Yeah. It's absolutely so
Gina,
easy.
So love my garlic honey ferment. Awesome. So you've
yeah.
done it. We're giving you a thumbs up. That's great. The first time I ever discovered that there were different types of garlic, totally shocked. I was living on Salt Spring Island, and a friend of mine there, Dan Jason, who owns Salt Spring Seeds, his specialty is garlic, and he grew more than 50 different kinds of garlic. It was unbelievable.
So, well, we've got some really nice Red Russian and also this Yugoslavian porcelain garlic. This is super powerful. People report it was the strongest garlic they've ever had.
Yeah, so now I know here's a question that might be in your mind. If we're going to ferment this garlic, what's it going to be like at the end? We talked a little bit about the result of the black garlic, how you get this wonderful, sweet, umami, savory-like flavor. I mean, right now, Denis, just before we got on, he did all the prep work.
Yeah.
He created all his garlic, peeled everything. It's ready to go. I mean, woo, it is strong.
So, yeah, first step to make the honey garlic, you are going to peel enough cloves to fit. Well, you want to fill it 3/4 up, 75% full, because you do want to leave some room in there, as you'll see.
Yeah. All right. So we got Ivana. Hey, she's from Yugoslavia. She's joining us on Instagram saying her garlic is strong. Yeah, that's right. Awesome. Cool.
So next up, you want to get some really nice honey that is raw, unpasteurized. This is very critical, very important, because in the raw unpasteurized honey are the living yeasts, the living microorganisms that are going to cause the fermentation to happen. If you're going to use a pasteurized honey, those organisms are destroyed.
Yeah, so you always want raw, organic, unpasteurized. That's what you're going to use. And ideally, if you have a honey that's already crystallized, maybe it's in a solidified form, just do a gentle double boil. Put it in some hot water and just a nice gentle heat transference to kind of melt that back down. Don't heat it too hot because you'll lose those enzymes, but honey can withstand at least up to 45 degrees Celsius, and then above that temperature, which is about hive temperature. If you imagine, you know, a hive on a hot summer day, like inside, there's a lot of controversy around, well, how high can the heat go? But I always think about, okay, in a hive, hot day, middle of a field, easily 45 degrees it can reach up to, and that honey is fine, it's perfect. It's just when we take it much higher than that. So my infinite ocean is saying, why is Ayurvedic philosophy so against garlic when it is so good? I know, this is a thing.
Well, this is an easy one to answer, is that garlic is a tremendously powerful aphrodisiac.
Right?
Well, yeah, apparently
It's true. So I used to live in a yoga center, yoga community, and they had this thing: don't eat onions, don't eat garlic, because they say it imbalances the hemispheres of the brain, and that it's too stimulating. And it's exactly what Denis talking about. This, the whole system of yoga was to help deep, serious, like meditators, monks, prepare their mind for meditation. And maybe once upon a time, back in those days, garlic was too much of a stimulant, too much of a rousing those, those emotions, those sexual emotions.
And in Ayurvedic herbalism, garlic is used for sure for certain conditions. So it is food for the king, food for the warrior, where a lot of yoga philosophy is to be aesthetic,
And honestly, you're still quite an aesthetic, a wise sage, despite all the garlic you consume.
Yeah.
So one can have both. So Stamiel, Italian growler makes a warmed honey lemon garlic combo, totally immune boosting, really good for the throat, like you were saying. Turn it into a syrup. So there's lots that you're going to do with, and we'll keep covering off these questions. So keep posting them. Infinite Ocean, he's coming back saying, then they eat loads of sugar though. I know, right? A lot of these systems, there's a lot of contradictions, and they can get really hung up on, I can't have onions, I can't have garlic, it's too stimulating. Well, in this day and age, our modern world, how about try walking down the street? I mean, that's too stimulating, in that similar kind of context. So I get it. But when you actually ferment the garlic, even in the case of the black garlic, it kind of mellows it out. So you're still getting all those immune properties that are being mentioned, but less that kind of fire and less that what might be called a pitta aggravation. Like it really mellows it out, changes it.
So check out this this recipe. It's all you need to do. Cover the garlic with the honey, and then this ferment takes about 1 month. So it's going to take 4 weeks to be ready. Although you can eat it any time, really. But what you have to do every day with this ferment is you put it in your nice Fido jar. You actually need to flip it. You do this so that the honey that's floating on the top gets constantly coated with more. The garlic.
Scratch that. Reverse. Yeah, the garlic tends to float to the top. You flip it upside down, and then the honey can kind of continually coat and make sure all the garlic cloves are bathing in that honey.
So you can do this every day, and then depending what kind of jar you're using, you do want to burp it every day too, because the fermentation is gonna cause some gas. So this is like a little baby to take care of for a little pet. But when it's ready, 1 month from now, the honey becomes a powerful medicine. Take that honey, taste it, so good for a sore throat. Yeah. Pretty much will help with any respiratory conditions. Garlic is expectorant, so it allows you to clear up like congestion.
Okay, we got some good thumbs up coming through. Yeah, thank you. Everyone's loving the recipe. And of course, once it's created, many different ways to use it. So Denis talking about some of those health applications, how it can really benefit our body and our immune system, cardiovascular system. Garlic is known to be just one of those top superfoods for really helping us out. Yeah, totally. So Fermentation Festival, October 13th. That'll be in Chinese Cultural Center. And maybe we should have this on hand so people can taste. It's going to be ready in 1 month. One of the reasons we're doing that right now.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah. So it's in our class calendar. It's on lightseller.ca. We posted some links down below. And the reason we're doing this right now, here we are. Everyone's feeling it. Cold weather's coming in. Frost is happening. Colder days. Like here in Calgary, our high is +2. Today, +3. So if we can start this now, by the time the real winter hits and our immune systems get more challenged, we've got something ready.
Yeah, and you can keep this going as long as you want to, but when it's ready, you can actually use this garlic in all sorts of culinary ways too. If you can imagine like a honey garlic sauce, blend it with some vinegar and maybe some chili pepper, makes amazing, amazing sauce, and it's delicious in any like glazed. You can like do honey glazed roasted vegetables and stuff. You can imagine the possibilities here, right?
Totally. So post your comments down below, any questions, and we'll get those answered for you really quickly, just to kind of back up and how is this made? What is our process? Very simple. You're going to choose the best locally organically grown garlic that you can, peel it, put it into a jar, cover it with honey, and then for the next 4 weeks, you're going to flip it every day, as well as just open up that lid to let it kind of burp, any of those gases come out. And essentially, in a month's time, you're going to have an amazing remedy. And as Denis been saying, you know, dip in there anytime, taste it, see the evolution of the flavor. And we had another question: what kind of other medicinal herbs are growing here in this area? Which makes me think, well, there are tons, and there's lots we could actually add to this. So this is just a plain honey garlic, but if you want another flavor, you can absolutely add that in, especially a local herb.
So you can actually let this honey garlic go and continue fermenting for virtually ever. People do it for a year at a time sometimes, just continually flipping, and it gets better and better apparently. So although even after you can even eat it as it is right now, and yes, it is important when you store it in the fridge, let's say, when you're happy with how it has turned out, store this in the honey, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the honey is the preservative kind of action going on here.
Yeah, so there's another question. Does it over ferment?
No, that's what I was answering that one, Malcolm. You can, people let it go for years.
Years, okay, cool.
Absolutely.
As long as it's in the honey, right? Cool. So if you're in the Calgary area, come join us for the October 13th Fermentation Festival. Let's have this on hand. Let's sample this out for people to taste. And you're going to learn so much more. There are 15 different presentations to check out. And you can also check out the class calendar as well. So thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Yeah, come get your hands on some nice heirloom garlic here at Light Cellar. Best garlic perhaps in the land, in Calgary.
Yeah, right on. Cool. Thanks for tuning in.